Hey gals. Okay, so I'm in my new office, just natural light, and I'm going to go through kind of my whole makeup routine from prior to. So my face is, and I thought I'd do it with my head wrap because then it won't distract my hair from the video. It's all about the makeup. Okay, so I do use a lightweight moisturizer prior to. And again, I just was having a talk with a gal that at first she didn't love her makeup. And then she finally realized she just didn't have a skincare routine. And now she loves it. And so it goes with saying, I'm going to put a little bit of this balm on that puppy, that little zit. I had a zit patch on it. Just a little bit where I sometimes get dry. And it's like your makeup can't be a 10 if your skincare is a 2, right? So if you need help on skincare, let me know. This is going to be about Restore Makeup, the brand new makeup company that I am loving. Okay, so this is one of the things that I can't say enough good things, and how it's making me put my sunscreen on daily. Again, I am one that's very good with putting sunscreen on if I'm gonna be out golfing or swimming or boating and I wear hats and sunglasses, but I've never been really good at everyday sunscreen. And it's because I never liked it. Always felt really greasy, and then it never played well with cream makeup. And and so this stuff is, first of all, it's safe. It's mineral based, and that's why you saw a little tint, so it doesn't give white cast. And it is like soft and velvety. So especially if you're one that has oily skin. Okay, now truth be told, they know they're making new palettes. These hard palette cases are absolutely wonderful, but they were too fragile. So it's just like a lid, which is fine. And then I didn't love the dust cover, so I just kind of popped mine off, which I put it on when I store it, but I actually kind of really like just using this. Okay, so let's do, I'm gonna go in, this is called the Shade and Go. And it's really cloudy out today, so I almost need a, okay, so I take the small end, and then this shade, oh my gosh, it's so, you need so little. I mean, I've had this little tiny tin for 3 months, and I'm not even close to being anywhere. But this, if you have dark under eyes, look at that. If you have redness, I've seen what it does for rosacea, acne. It is, everybody should have this little $14 tin. It's that orangey one. And I tell you, as long as you make sure your under eyes are moisturized, because you guys, if your under eyes are really dark or dry, anything's gonna crease. It will not crease. Okay, then I'm gonna take this pointy end and I'm gonna show you how I can cover that little guy. Okay, literally the tiny amount. And I always like to tell you guys, I don't have my contacts in, so I'm doing this without being able to see very good. Okay, see how that, okay, and then we will go back. I'll have to show you guys, I don't have it in here, but for melasma, one of the colors is a little darker called Harmony, and it is great. Okay, so I tend to just take a little bit of my skin tint, my foundation. Okay, and I forgot, I need to go grab the shade Down because I'm starting to have to mix because I'm losing my summer tan. Okay, I'm back. And again, you guys, this is like a full-blown tutorial talking you guys through this. When I do all of this, which I don't do all of it every day, it takes me 6 minutes, and I swear 1.5 to 2 are my brows and my mascara. So it is so quick. So with this palette, you can take out this divider piece, just pop it out, and it's magnetic, and you can put everything together like Saint, where it's all touching, and then you have more room. And I would have room for both of these skin tints if I moved everything around. But you guys, I actually really like having this divider and things not touching. My blush isn't getting in my foundation color. Okay, and this skin tint, most people, when they start putting it on, it is so lightweight. You're like, am I getting anything? And if we're talking about how long it lasts, because this is my first one, it's been 2 months. 2 months. And I mean, now there's days I don't put it on, but there's days that I put it on a couple times because I'm doing some makeup videos. So, and it's very, very much buildable, okay? So, you know, with Saint, sometimes, now I'm going to go in with this because that is a warmer shade. And I'm starting to get quite a bit lighter. So this is actually a neutral shade. This is N5, and I swear it's like if you were Amber, Athens, Sandy, any of those colors in that medium, it is wonderful. And this is a to-go capsule that you can get too, and you can put any different sizes. So the skin tint, and it's smart sizing. So the foundation, the skin tint, it's larger because it goes on more of our face. And I don't mind layering because this stuff is so lightweight. Okay, so that, and when I say, it's so hard to explain it until you wear it. It just doesn't feel like anything except hydrated skin, as long as you're hydrating your skin. Okay, let's see. The zit we can always touch up if we need to. And then sometimes, again, I'm doing all the things, I don't always. I'll take a little bit of my foundation shade. Shall I go in with a little bit of the lighter one? And just, because I am not so much looking to brighten, if you will, like where we used to like put those light shades under our eyes in the middle of our face. I just want to color correct, look refreshed, and not draw attention to that area. If that makes sense. So I tend to do less is more, and I just want to look like I have a good night's sleep. Okay, now this, when I tell you, is so much creamier if you're used to the Saint Contour. I mean, I've never melted this, and I've been using this for 2.5 months because the skin tint was the last thing to arrive. And this color is Divine, and it's called a Lift Bronze because you can just do one step. So you can swipe under the cheekbone and then take what's ever left on the brush on top and blend it there. But it is so creamy, so easy to work with. I'm not as good with it with this brush and my nose contour. That's the only thing. And it blends so easy. Again, I don't have a mirror in front of me. I'm looking into the camera and can't see. Okay, so you can do one step, and I'm a blend as I go, but look how that blends in. You don't like have to hardly work at it. Always blend this down. Okay. And then we do have, there is a brightener shade that you can get, and this is Honey, that if you do want to do just, I'm going to put it where my, little bit of my marionette, or my smile lines, and just the tiniest bit down the nose. And I mean, I'm barely putting any on down there. Okay. Sometimes I'll put it here for like to cover any veins in your eyelids, and it's a good prep for any eyeshadow. Okay. Now, so this is all seasonally curated to you, but you can make edits like shade swaps. So you can take a quiz, and or if you know you're in autumn or a spring or a summer, you don't have to, but there's a question in there. And so it's going to give you your colors that are going to look the most harmonious on your skin. Now these colors here, they're pretty neutral. So there's warm colors. This is poppy, cool colors, and then neutral colors. So when in doubt, you know, you can always go with a neutral. So that's poppy. Just gonna do a little bit. And then I have been liking, so this is Mimi, and I use it just like a lip stain. Like the sheerest amount, and then I can never not stop with my lip oil. This is the birthday cake, the original one. Oh my gosh. So that's kind of what I like to do for the lips. And then I did pop in this color, Stevie, which I haven't even tried it yet, but, oh, and then for illuminator, there's not a cream one right now, so you can just take, this is an eye glow, and just kind of pop it where you would, the tops of the cheekbone. And then let's do quick eyeshadow. So it comes with 3 colors. And I'm going to do, this one's called Gloria. And guess what? My grandma's name was Gloria. They're all named after the founding mentor partners' grandmas. So they don't have a Rita. That was my other grandma. But we got Poppy, Marie, Mimi, Gloria, Stevie, and Pauline in here. So much better than some of the names of most of the mainstream makeup companies. Like there's one from NARS called Orgasm. I mean, what are we coming to, right? And then I love this shimmer. That's the one I used on my cheeks as an illuminator. And then this is Stevie, which is a dark purple. It's very similar to Cocoa with Saint. And so I'm going to take it. I was teaching a client last night, a new customer, because she really likes to do black eyeliner, like all around her eye. And I showed her a like side by side of when I did like black eyeliner on top and below, or when I just did more of this soft smudgy. And she couldn't believe it. So I hope she tries it. She got this color too. It's a really pretty. Now I could also use my brow color, which is dark right there. It's a powder as well. Eventually they will have powders and pomades, which I'm excited. And they're going to come out with mascara, and I'm sure they're going to do brown mascara, which I know a lot of you guys have been looking at, but especially if you're, you know, we follow a seasonality. Most of you guys, if you do that, a lot of people were told they need to be wearing brown. What am I at for time? Oh, Lord. For anybody that wants to watch. But I did want to do one where I talk through, because I know I do a lot of the fast ones because, you know, most of us have like the attention of, you know, a mouse like me. But then there are some of you that are like, okay, I got my makeup, or I think I want to try this. One other thing, I love a bold brow, so a lot of times, which this does take a little bit, I do some natural hair strokes. This side is way harder for me, especially on camera. And then let's do a little mascara. You can set with, we don't have a setting spray with Restore, but any of the Saint setting sprays work great. And especially if you just love how this feels and it's so lightweight, but you're like, I am used to a more hydrated feeling like that with Saint, like a dewy, and that's what you prefer. The Plush Prep Spray or the Fixate Setting Spray at the end is amazing. But like what I love is, for me, I don't have to set with a powder. And I used to always have to set with a powder with Saint, at least my T-zone. Sometimes I do if it's like hot and humid, but again, I always have to do a final blend and actually look at myself with my glasses. Oh, so if we wanted to touch up the little friend, we would just go, look at that. There, maybe a little with foundation. And then you could always put a little powder if you needed to set. Okay, that was 10 plus what, 2? Again, if I did all of this real time, it'd be under 7 minutes for sure. So we have time for that. Just makes me feel more put together, but it does not feel like I have makeup on. Because I'm somebody that I want to look put together. I like the look of having makeup, but not having it look makeup-y, you know? And so this, I feel like, is like the perfect thing for people like that. So thanks for watching, you guys.